Hey guys, how are you doing? Hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to today's video, which is going to be, where's that pillow gone? Oh, it's there. Where it's going to be a House of Fraser come shop with me today as it closes down, basically. Now, I went to High Wycombe today, this morning, and for the sole reason to visit House of Fraser because I knew it's closing down. This coming week, I think today, the day the video is going up, not today that I'm filming it, is the last day it's actually open, because when I was there this morning, unless they've not changed the things, it said 4 days to go, which I assume meant today, so 4 days as in Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I don't know, but there we go. But first off, if you're new, hi, welcome, my name is Matt, welcome to my channel. Please take a moment to subscribe if you like a come shop with me, Too Good To Go bag, grocery haul, all that kind of videos, all that kind of stuff. It's free, there's no cost to you, just click the button down below and ring my bell to be notified of when I upload. But as I said, today it's going to be a come shop with me, but not in the usual sense, because the store is closing down and I wanted to see, one, if they had any good deals left and stuff, and two, to see what the store looked like. Now, I've done a video similar to this in the past where I went to Debenhams when Debenhams still had physical locations, apart from the one in Manchester, which has Manchester, like Debenhams Beauty in the Arndale, if that is even still there, because Debenhams is now owned by Boohoo. But I had gone to one of those stores when it was closing down as well. House of Fraser isn't closing down all of their stores or anything, it's nothing like that, but it's this specific one that is closing, which is in the Eden in Wycombe, High Wycombe. So I wanted to go there today to see what the whole situation's like, what stock have they got left, how empty is it. I thought it was closing the next Sunday, but it's actually closing earlier, well, from what it says on the windows at the front. But without further ado, let's see what House of Fraser looks like when it's closing down. I know Wesfield, London's House of Fraser, closed down recently as well, and they were selling off things for like as little as £1. So yeah, let's have a look to see what it looks like. So this is House of Fraser probably about half an hour before opening. As you can see, the 50% off signs, and this was as it opened at 11. Here we go into the store. It had like 50% off additional marked down prices or something, that which were displaying, and with 4 days to go. So this is the ground floor with the beauty hall, which did have some women's wear, which I don't believe would, I think kids wear as well, which I don't believe would be on this floor. It would be like beauty, jewellery, bags, shoes kind of area, but they did have shoes over here. Very few, I would have to say, or just over like from there onwards. But we are going to go upstairs and have a look around the men's section, because that's where I typically would go and have been in this House of Fraser store. You can see all the empty shelves of whatever brand was there before, and as you can see when you come up here, we got 20% off, closing down, 50% off. It's very confusing on the prices and stuff, but like men's trousers, men's tops, I think it was mainly 50%, well, some of them said 20, some of them say 50% off, but you can see very like just every brand is mixed in together. You got like Jack Wills, you got Diesel, still stuff is like quite a bit expensive. It's not cheaper stuff, but I would say probably things would go over to probably just a different store if it doesn't sell here. Would make logical sense, because they can just sell it full price in another store. But none of these had like a sale price on, and I don't think I saw anything that did have a sale price on. It was just you had to work off the whatever percentage it said on the side of the rail. But as you can see, all the rails are like temporary rails. They're not like what they would have normally in the store, and you can see there's big open space, like empty space just to your left here, like just big open space where there would be something. And these rails all had additional 50% off, and they are meant to be like in size order, but I found that not to be the case in some cases. Like you've still got this kind of you've got Ralph Lauren brand and stuff like that, and they've got a mix of like interesting brands that I didn't know they sold, and some brands that I've never heard of. But you can see all the fixture and fittings over here. Just that would be what was in the normal concessions, and they're just like all just left to sit there, and you can see them around the corner as well. So yeah, not good really. And you've got the closing down extra 50% off mark prices there as well, and I just wanted to have a look at that. So Howick, I think, is a House of Fraser brand, or Fraser's brand, or whatever you want to call it. But they did have like Ralph Lauren and things, but like some of the stuff didn't even have prices on, so I couldn't even mark down on the prices because there wasn't even a price to mark down on. But there we go. Like that was Ralph Lauren, and you got Jack Wills, because obviously Fraser's group owned Jack Wills as well. More empty areas and old fittings and fixtures like these. They used them to like corner off, and yeah. So, and you can see the Ralph Lauren, literally nothing in it now, and this massive open space with nothing in it really. They had sofas and stuff, and all the men's jeans and things were just on a on these like decorating tables, for you to go sort through really. But I went upstairs, which was the women's floor, and as you can see, same sort of situation, but a lot of the floor up here was empty as well. As you can see, like such a big open space with nothing in it. And then the top floor was closed. So that was a look around House of Fraser as it closes down. As I said, I've done one of these before at Debenhams when that was closing. So I've been in a store that's closing down before, and I probably went in like Woolworths or something when that was closing, and when other stores are closed in like my town, for example. But this House of Fraser was very big. It had 4 floors, ground, first, second and third. And yeah, it was a really good, decent size. It's such a shame that they couldn't keep it going, but House of Fraser is a lot different to the House of Fraser that opened there originally when the Eden Centre opened. Probably over, it must be over 10 years ago now at least, that store opened, like that shopping centre, because they redid the old Opticon Centre in High Wycombe to make it into the Eden Centre. But that is not really what we're talking about today. It's very... There was quite a lot of people. There was a queue, as you saw. Hopefully I filmed that bit as people were going in. There was a little bit of queue outside. I'm guessing a lot of the good stuff went already because it was very hodgepodge. Like the first, not ground floor, but the first floor used to be like the men's department, men's floor, but only parts of that were men's, and it was just rails of what they just had left basically. So a lot of the stuff probably already had gone, and things like that. So yeah, like as you could see from the clips, there is a lot of empty space. I guess it is because there's only 4 days left to go, and there was a lot of people in there trying to get some bargains and things, especially on the ground floor. And I would say they had like, because the ground floor is where they have cosmetics and stuff like that, the beauty hall, and they had a section at the back that was kind of where you could used to walk. I think that might have been like the perfume area or something. I don't think I've got any clips of this because it was quite busy and there was like sales people all around. But like they were selling off like Aqua de Parma, is that how you say it? And stuff like that, which is quite an expensive brand, and people were like requesting stuff, and the sales associates would go and get it, sales assistants would go get it. So yeah, that's obviously a little bit different than what the normal store would be like, but yeah, so, and I heard over someone saying, do you have this? And they said no. And one of the other things I heard someone over say, do you have that as well? And they said no, all the good stuff went like before Christmas, because we knew this store was closing down quite a bit before Christmas. I think they announced that January was going to be the closing of the House of Fraser in High Wycombe. But yeah, a lot of the stuff had gone, and I would say, although the section, I was looking around the men's section to see what the merchandise they had left, and they had like tables of like just jeans, literally just tables with jeans on, and they had rails of like jumpers and t-shirts and things. However, even though they were split into like small, medium, large, etc., it wasn't really, when you delve deeper into it, they were all jumbled up, so it's obviously not the best shopping experience. However, it is shutting down, and obviously people are losing their jobs and things, which is not good. Although I don't know if they've been redeployed into other stores and things like that. But yes, what else was I going to say? Obviously none of the concessions were like still there, because some of the store is cordoned off, like part of like the Ralph Lauren section, Polo Ralph Lauren in the men's section was cordoned off, and when you went upstairs, like whole bits of like right up to the windows were cordoned off in like the women's section, which would have been the women's section, and which floor I probably have never been on, and the whole top floor, the third floor, which would have been home and stuff, completely shut, not allowed to go up there. And they like cornered off the escalators, even though the one going down was still working, but they cornered that off, not allowed to go up there, no thank you. And also on the men's floor they had like kids wear as well, and also women's wear, because obviously a lot of the stuff they used to sell, and I think some of the stuff must have been brought in from somewhere else, because there was I Saw It First stuff, which is that a brand that Fraser's Group owned potentially, but there was like all items £2 in like and they had like cardboard boxes full of clothes for this. I did not go through them because it was just women's wear and stuff, but yeah, and then where there was a till there was just like massive open space and things, so it's on its last days, that store, clearly. I think when I went in Debenhams that time it might not have been that close to the end, but because even like I've done a Come Shop With Me here probably middle of last year, and it was like everything was really good, like the Ted Baker, also Tommy Hilfiger, all concessions were full and everything like that, so it's very disheartening to see that it's completely wiped of its stuff, but I do believe Primark and stuff, I think Primark will be taking a few of the floors, because Primark in Wycombe is being bulldozed along with the Chiltern Shopping Centre, I think it is, to like create housing, and I think, don't quote me, but I think Primark is moving into where House of Fraser was, but not all of it, because that would be massive, that store. I think, if not, it should. So yeah, but if you want to see a House of Fraser Come Shop With Me with a bit of John Lewis, where I actually, with a store that's not closing and things, definitely stay tuned, because I'm going to be doing one of those in the next few days. I went to Blue Water before I filmed this video today, went to Blue Water, and I went around House of Fraser and John Lewis to see what they've got, and those stores are not closing as of yet. I presume they're not going to, because that is a captive audience and people go to Blue Water to shop, and it was very busy at the time when I went there, so I don't think those are closing. But if you want to see a Come Shop With Me from a store that is like full-fledged, and it must be like one of the like flagship stores these days, considering the ones in central London and stuff are now closed, then definitely subscribe. It's free, there's no cost to you. You'll want to subscribe if you love a Come Shop With Me and stuff like that. Anyway, we do sometimes like histories of videos and stuff like that, so I've done like a history of Debenhams. I've done like is this like the end of House of Fraser video, which I'll link up the top for you to go check out. That I filmed that probably last year, I think, so I do like looking into the retail history of stuff, as well as watching retail like dead store archaeology stuff on YouTube, which I haven't done in a while, but I'll definitely link some of those, hopefully, if I remember, down below for you to go check out if you've not seen them. And definitely some, there was a video, I can't remember the username, but there was one that went in the House of Fraser in Westfield when that was closing. I think that's now closed, that store, and it's turning into like Ministry of Sound or something random like that. But yeah, that's just the ever-changing face of retail. But I'll also link my Instagrams down below for you to go check out as well. But other than that, guys, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Let me know your experiences of closing down of stores, particularly if you're a local House of Fraser shut down near you, and if Debenhams shut down, well, obviously if you had a Debenhams it's shut. Let me know your experience of that down below as well. But other than that, thank you guys so much for watching, and I shall see you in the next one. Bye.